Hey everybody, I'm Rousseau and I do a little work here and there. You are watching Raconteur Weekly, the show where I show you some things and talk about some stuff. It's just something every week. This week I am talking about Papercraft and how it's given me some problems. This is sort of what I've come to expect from Papercraft. It's an archway for a door, and I would expect a texture to be printed on this. And I expect the same for this long wall segment, but with a little extra cutting and some painting later, you can make a much nicer looking wall. Of course, bricks are a pretty easy example, but you can approximate a lot of different textures this way. And like I said, adding this little bit of detail makes the painting later way easier than it would be otherwise. For brick walls like these, if you want them to feel like a dungeon, all it takes is 3 or 4 gray tones and a little bit of dry brushing, and as you can see, it's pretty convincing. Of course, the relief makes walls really easy because you just have to pick a direction for the light to come from, do the base coat, paint some shadows, and then dry brush the highlights. And stepping away from the boxes as a base, you can do some pretty impressive things just with the layers of cardstock. These are a couple of the bases that I've made in the past, and the designs can get pretty intricate, and you're really only limited by how thin a strip of cardstock you can cut. You personally. Switching gears a little, this is a similar wall to the ones before, except with a window in the middle, and the window does open and close. It does have some plastic in there as glass. Right now I've got this at 12 layers, and you probably wouldn't want to make one much smaller. Still, it's nice that you can do this sort of thing. And to go with the windows, I have a door. If you've been around for a while, you probably saw this door already. And it's nice because it opens and closes like the window, but it's not that nice because if people open it the wrong way, they're going to break it. And it does look a little bulky. I don't know if this is exactly in a scale or anything. As far as using this technique to make miniatures is concerned, I have had a little bit of success if you've been paying attention and following along, but it's only really good for certain things at certain scales, it seems like. You wouldn't want to make a solid 28mm scale Metal Gear Rex this way, because that would take tons of paper. You'd be better off building something that size out of boxes, like, standard Papercraft, and I'm sure files for that exist. In 6mm scale it gets a little bit harder. Something like this Orange Star light tank, though, you pretty much have to make it out of slices if you want it at this scale. Then again, I guess this would be doable. It's Advance Wars, they're basically boxes. Now, what I've been thinking about, what I've been looking for a lot and not finding, is a combination of these two sorts of disciplines. This dumpster is sort of what I'm talking about. It's more or less a box, but with stuff layered up on all the sides. That'd mean less gluing overall, and you'd be able to correct for some of the stepping that you see on these. So, for more complicated things, you might have thicker sections, slices, but inside all of it, you would have a box. Less paper overall, and I'm sure there'd be other benefits. And of course, that's to say nothing of standard 28mm scale miniatures, which again are easy enough. You could do a bit of smoothing, but that stepping is always going to be there, and a lot of the detail is going to have to be painted on unless you are very accurate with your cutting and with your gluing. But that's about all the time I have for today. I gotta get to building some more things. Little things. Till next time, you've been watching Raconteur Weekly on Rousseau Works, and I am Rousseau, out.